In this lesson, we're going to look at solving systems by graphing. And I'm talking about systems of equations, and you might think, hey, didn't we already do this at the start of the school year? And isn't this an Algebra 1 concept? But now we're going to be looking at solving systems that are not linear. We could have linear mixed in, but it could be quadratic, cubic, quintic, etc. So we remember seeing systems like the one on the left in Unit 2. And first of all, what's the solution to this system? Hopefully you remember that it's the point that is in common. So this ordered pair would be a solution, and it would be the ordered pair 1, -2. It's the x and y value that satisfy both the blue and red line. So for practice, let's just write what our system would be since they're linear. Well, let's start with the blue line. I can see that it's crossing the y-axis down here at -4. So my b value is -4. I'm going to count my slope, and I see it goes down to right 1. So my slope is -2, so it'd be -2x minus 4. And in slope-intercept form, it would look like this. Y equals. And the red line would be y equals. This one's crossing the y-axis at +2. And the slope is up 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1. So the slope is 4/1, or just 4. So this is the system, and this is the ordered pair that satisfies it. Well, systems can get even trickier. Take a look at the one on the right. This system has 3 equations, and what point satisfies all 3? Actually, it appears as if there are 4 if I really look at this closely. I missed at first this horizontal line. It would be the point -1, 2. So take a second, pause the video, and see if you can write an equation for each of the lines that you see. So I started with what looks like kind of a purple line. I've labeled it number 1. The slope is 2, and it crosses the y-axis at 2, so it's this one. The red line has a slope of 4, so it'd be y equals 4x. And I can't quite see where it's crossing the y-axis, so I could find an ordered pair, but I'm just going to count. If it's going up 4, it'd go up 1, 2, 3, it'd be at 3. 4/1 is going to make it cross at 4. So y equals 4x plus 4. This downhill line has a slope of -2, so y equals -2x, and it crosses at 0, so just y equals -2x. So I've got my 3 major lines, and then there's this horizontal one right here that is sketched in, and horizontal lines have a slope of 0, so it would just be y equals 0x plus 2, or y equals 2. So all 4 of these lines intersect at the point -1, 2. For our next system, we have a quadratic system. Both equations would have degree 2. X times x here would give me x squared. So I know that if I would graph this, I'll have 2 parabolas. But first, I'm going to show you how to solve this algebraically. I'm just going to use substitution. I'm going to take this side of the equation and plug it in for my y. Or in other words, I'm going to set the 2 equations equal to one another using substitution. And now to solve this, I'm going to begin by multiplying on the left side, which would give me x squared minus 1. On the right side, I have that it's just recopying. Now I'm going to get my variables on one side by adding 3x squared to both sides, which gives me 4x squared minus 1 equals 3. Now I'll add 1 to both sides, gives me 4 on the right. Now I'll divide by 4, so I get x squared equals 1. Finally, I unsquare by taking the square root. The moment I do, I need to remember I need that plus or minus. So x is equal to plus or minus 1. Now, let's examine this graphically. So to graph this top equation, I'll do it in red. I am going to first plot the zeros. I can see that it is in intercept form, so the first 0 would be +1 and the second one would be -1. Notice how the graph is counting here. This would be -1 and here's +1. So the vertex would occur halfway between. Well, halfway between those would be 0. So my vertex is going to be 0, comma, and then I need to plug 0 in. So I'd have 0 minus 1 and 0 plus 1, which would be negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Okay, so my vertex occurs at 0, negative 1, and I'm going to connect this to make a smooth curve. Now, hopefully that's going to be accurate enough to find where they intersect, but you know, there's a good chance that that's not very accurate if it's not hitting at a nice integer value. I'm just kind of sketching this. I may need to abort and go to technology. But let's do the second quadratic equation, which is in vertex form. So I'm going to begin by calculating my vertex. Since there is no b, it'd be 0, negative b over 2a would be 0 over, or excuse me, it would be 0, and then I plug 0 in to the function and I would get 3. So the point 0, 3 for the vertex is here. And if I plug in another point to see where it crosses, I'll just make a quick table here. So 0, 3, 1, when I plug that in, I get 0. So by symmetry, negative 1, 0, well, look at that. Lo and behold, they've got the same zeros of their functions. But this happening is a very textbook problem. That doesn't happen very often. But anyway, my points that satisfy the system are these two that I've just highlighted, or the zeros of the function. So our solution, again, is plus or minus 1, which we knew already that it should be from doing it algebraically. So take a look at this one on your screen. I'm saying things can get pretty crazy pretty quickly here. We've got a cubic, a linear, and a quadratic function. So I know I'm going to have a line function that's something like this. This one's going to be a line, and then I'm going to have a parabola that opens upward. And I got to see if they intersect. So to do this, I am going to use the graphing calculator. So pick up your graphing calculator and practice this with me. Begin by typing these three functions into y1, y2, and y3 on your calculator. So I've entered my three functions by hitting y equals. I'm going to hit zoom 6 to check out my standard viewing window to see if I can see my three curves. And there's my cubic function. Here comes my linear one. And there's my quadratic. So I'm looking for the point where all three hit. That's the one that's going to satisfy the entire system. So it looks like it's happening right here, but you know what? That's kind of hard to see because everything's hitting like at the same spot. So I'm going to zoom in. So I won't see every curve really nicely, but let's just make a nice little box around this area. So hit window. Let's just check out negative 2 to 2. And the same on the y. Okay, so a much zoomed in square, negative 2 to 2. Now hit graph. So, you know, the curves are off the screen, but I'm just zooming in so I can find the point of intersection here. Okay, so definitely right here. So here's what I'm going to do. Second trace, option 5 for intersect. And it's going to say first curve and second curve. So what the graphing calculator does is it is going to only find of 2, not of 3. But we can see if it's going to hit this point. So I'm going to hit, it's on Y1 right here, the red. So I hit enter, switches to the blue, and I'm going to hit enter and guess. And here's the problem. Okay, so it's crossing right here at these two. That's an intersection of just those two. I want this one over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do second trace, but I'm going to move, I'm going to choose 5, but I'm going to move my cursor actually really close to where the intersection is happening. Okay, because if I don't do that, it's going to give me the other point. So enter, switches to the blue, enter, guess. And there it is, crossing at 1, 1. So it did the blue and the red. I'm just going to verify that it's also for like the red and the black. So option 5, first curve, yes, the red, but I'm going to arrow up so it switches to the black one, the cubic. Enter, or I'm sorry, quadratic, enter. And there it is, 1, 1. So 1, 1 is definitely the point of intersection. Try to graph this system on your own on your calculator, find the points of intersection, and then check your answer when you are finished. So enter your two functions, hit zoom 6. We've got a cubic and a quadratic function, so I'm going to see, there's the parabola, and here's the cubic one. All right, so where is it intersecting? So as I scan this, it looks like it's hitting here. Looks like it hits again here, and somewhere over here. So you could try to zoom in, but let's see how the calculator does. If I do second trace, option 5 says intersect. So if I just hit enter, switches to the other curve, enter, enter. There's my first intersection, which is, I'll go to 2 decimal places. It'll be 0.38 and negative 0.24. The second point, again, second trace, option 5. I'm going to move the cursor closer to where it happens, though. Hit enter, enter, enter. And there I have another point at 1, negative 1. And one more time, option 5. Move it far to the right. Enter, enter, guess. And there is our third point, 2.61 and 4.24. In this last example, we have an application. It says for the 15 years that a clothing store has been open, its annual revenue, R, in millions of dollars, can be modeled by this R of T function, where T is the number of years since the store opened. In what year was the revenue first greater than 7 million? See if you can figure this out on your graphing calculator.